Hey guys, how are you? Happy Thursday. Um, we're in the new year. Again, this is our second video for 2022. It's still really um, weird saying 2022, but anyway. So let's give everybody a couple minutes to jump on. I am going to check my phone to make sure that we are live. As I typically do. So let's just give it a couple seconds here and let people get on. Tell me how you're doing, how your week is as you're hopping on. Say hello. Awesome. Okay, looks like everything is good on my end. So if you are jumping on live today, if you would just say hello. And as a reminder, all of my videos are streamed via StreamYard, and you have to give StreamYard permission for me to see who you are as you make comments. So if you will give StreamYard permission, that will be great. Say hello. If you are catching this as a replay, if you will hashtag replay, so I will know that you are here as well, and I can get in touch with you afterwards if you have any questions. And so today we're going to talk about something that is super important in my opinion. And it's mistakes that entrepreneurs often make with their money that keep them broke. Now, some of the things I'm going to talk about today also you can relate to your personal expenses as well, but that is what we are going to be talking about. And for those of you who are new, welcome. For those of you who have been with me for a while, thank you so much for joining me again. My name is Stephanie Manley. I am a proactive bookkeeper and profit strategist. And I come live with you guys every Thursday at 1 o'clock inside of my Facebook group, the Calculated Profit Pursuit, as well as on my YouTube channel. So if you want, you can always go to the YouTube channel and you can see all the videos from over a year now. So I've been doing this for over a year, so I can't believe that. But anyway, so you can catch those there or inside of the Facebook group. You can just go to the media link, go to videos, and then all my videos are there as well. So what that means, though, for what I am, a proactive bookkeeper and a profit strategist, I'm here to help you take control of your business finances and to show you how you can use that data to profit strategize in your business. It's super important. I'm going to jump on in today on our topic, which is money mistakes that keep your business broke. And I'll tell you guys, I see this a lot. I have been here. I've done every single one of the things that I'm going to tell you here. I made all of these mistakes in the past as well. And sometimes I still have these, right? And I'll tell you those as we go along. But a lot of this comes down to mindset. So some of it is things that we do, but a lot of it centers around mindset and how we as entrepreneurs, maybe when we were growing up, even as kids, we were taught certain things like money doesn't grow on trees, right? If you heard that, tell me that you heard that. I know I did a lot. I tell my kids that all the time. And we start having a mindset around money. Sometimes it's good and sometimes it's bad, but those things that we think about money really will contribute to how you finagle with your finances, how you can take control of your finances, or you don't at all. Okay, so I've broken these down to the top 5 mistakes that I see, and I'm just going to dive in here. If you have questions as we go along, always pop them in the comments there, and I will either comment during the live or I'll catch them at the end. Okay, all right. So again, number 1 is the shiny object syndrome. I call this SOS as well. And this is a real deal, guys. And I see it often. I even struggle with this sometimes, especially with technology. That's where I struggle with the shiny object syndrome. My father, when he was alive, he passed when I was 19, but he would always tell us in business, like, you need to have the best tech, right? If when you go and buy something, always buy the best because it's probably already out of date anyway by the time that you buy it. So I have shiny object syndrome around tech items, whether it be webcams or computers, different softwares, that type of thing. So it is a real issue. And if you struggle with this, you're not alone. And if you're struggling with this and you want to be brave and say, hey, I do, tell me in the comments. That'd be great. But pretty much what this means is you always want something new. You want the new thing, the new gadget, the new software, the new tech, whatever it may be. On the personal side, it may be the new purse. It may be a new car, even. Some people have that as well. And it's really hard to resist these new things sometimes, especially when they're on sale. So we just went through the holiday season, and I know, you see things and oh my goodness, it's on sale. We're seeing that again now, right? So the holiday season is gone, and then things are already on sale again, so they can start bringing in some revenue. And it's hard to resist. So I want to give you 3 steps that you can go through when you're faced with the shiny object syndrome. And the first thing I want you to ask yourself is, do I really need it or do I want it? So for me, do I really need that new webcam? Or is it just something that I want? Like, is what I have really, is it working or is it broke? Do I really need it? So ask yourself, do I need this item or do I just want it? And then if you really need it, like you've really decided, it's not a want, it is a need, then I want you to ask yourself, well, is the price drastically reduced? Okay. So just look at that way, because the sale is normally what gets our attention. Oh, this is 25% off or what have you. And then if it is drastically reduced, I want you to ask yourself, how do you plan to recoup the cost of the item? And that is something that I suggest a lot with my clients. So if they want to buy something or they need to buy something, then we look at the cost, okay? For example, if you are in the service industry and you sell an item, typically that's $500, right? That is your monthly service rate, $500. And you need to buy a new computer. Well, that computer maybe costs $2,000. So I'm going to tell my client, okay, that computer is for monthly clients. Okay, I want you to break it down and look at it that way. So how much is it going to take for me to recoup the cost? Because you're in business to make a profit. So you've got to recoup the cost of that item, or at least figure out like, how long is it going to take to pay for itself? And then how long is it going to take to give me a return on my investment? Okay, makes sense? Hope it does. So that is the shiny object syndrome. It's real. It's always wanting what the new gadget, what the new thing is that is out. Okay, and falling prey to that is money mistake number 1 that could be keeping you broke. Okay, number 2, the opposite of that. So the first one is you buy, right? The second one is that you're a penny pincher. You have the scarcity mindset. The money doesn't grow on trees, so I can never buy anything mindset. Okay? You spend too much time trying to do things that maybe a product, a software could save you so much time in doing because you don't want to spend the money. Right? This could be simple as like a task management software. Maybe you're a penny pincher and you're like, you know what, I'm just going to go the free route. So I'm going to search and search and search to find the lowest cost item, or the inexpensive, as meaning like it doesn't cost anything, like the no cost, either the low cost or the no cost item. And you spend so much time doing the research that you're really not getting any work done because you're trying to save $1, right? Or maybe you are too scared to outsource because you don't want to pay someone else to do something. Okay, I have been there. I've been that penny pincher, right? But I will tell you, the things that I have outsourced have paid me back tenfold, right? So not only am I helping another entrepreneur by giving them revenue and helping them in their business so that they can help other entrepreneurs as well, but it saved me time, which saved me money. So if you're caught in that, I want you to think of some of those things. And I've talked about this in another live before, but I want you to think about those things that maybe you don't like doing. Maybe it's not your zone of genius and you're just too scared to outsource because of the money. And if that's the case, I want you to really track how much time you're spending doing that particular item a month. Okay. And since I'm in bookkeeping, I'm going to go to bookkeeping. So if you're doing your own bookkeeping, but you're not, that's not your zone of genius, and you spend your time Googling things and trying to figure things out on your own, then you may be spending more time than it's worth. Okay. So think about what your hourly rate is. Is your hourly rate $100 an hour? I don't know. I'm just throwing numbers out, right? So maybe your hourly rate is $100 an hour. If you're spending more than 4 or 5 hours a month in your bookkeeping, then it's even 3, really 2 to 3 hours, and that's your hourly rate, then you would be more beneficial. It'd be beneficial to you to outsource your bookkeeping. And then that time that you're spending doing that bookkeeping, you could be producing items that you're being paid for. Do you follow what I'm saying? So just think about those things. And it may not be bookkeeping, it may be marketing, it may be all types of different things. But think about the time that you're spending on it versus the money. Don't just think about the money side. Also think about time, because time is money when you're in business for yourself, right? All right, so I'm going to flip my page here to the next thing, my notes. If you have questions, keep popping in. So number 1 mistake was the shiny object syndrome. Mistake number 2 is penny pinching. Number 3, and this is a good one too, and I've fallen for this one too, wow, is falling for the sunk cost fallacy. Okay, what is that? All right, so sunk cost means that I've already spent so much money on this particular item, or I have spent so much time in it, I can't get rid of it now. Okay. All right. So I'm going to give you an example of that. Maybe you were an object of you made the mistake of shiny object syndrome. Say a new product came out and it was a subscription, and it was 25, 30, 40% off. It was a really good deal. And you went through the scenario and you decided, yes, you needed it. Okay. And it was a software that say $50 a month. Okay. It's originally $100. Now it's $50 a month. And you bought it. Well, you paid for that subscription 6 months ago and you haven't touched it yet. But you bought it because it was on sale. And now you've spent $300 over the last 6 months, $50 a month. And now you're falling into the sunk cost. I've already sunk $300 into the subscription. I can't get out now because, well, now it's back to $100 a month, right? So that is what I'm talking about. And maybe as you've invested so much time in something that now you're afraid to outsource it because you say, well, I've already spent so much time in it now, I just can't outsource it, right? This, guys, is causing your business to be broke. It's one of the first things that I talk about when I'm onboarding a new client is what are some of those subscriptions? Let's look at those because, guys, they add up super, super fast. It's crazy. So just think of that one subscription that was $50 over a 6-month period of time. That was $300, right? And then that would be what? $600 for the year? Yes. And if your hourly rate is $100, you just wasted 6 hours of time. You just got unpaid for 6 hours of your time. That's how I want you to look at it, because time is money. So go through those subscriptions, see if there's anything in there that you haven't touched. It would have been better for you to have purchased it later at full price. And we all know it's going to go on sale again anyway, right? We all know that. The cycle happens. Okay. Number 4 mistake is not having any savings. Guys, I want you to save for the rainy day. I want you to save for those months when cash flow is low, because we all have those months. Our businesses ebbs and flows, right? Some months you have a lot more income than others. So if you are living the paycheck to paycheck mentality within your business is going to be broke in no time flat. So I want you to think about it. Don't live paycheck to paycheck. Don't look at this month as a great month. You have $20,000 in the bank. Yippee, I can go buy something. No, you need to be consulting with your budget. Remember, we don't make the business decisions based on what's in our bank account, because that's not the true picture. We make business decisions based on looking at our budget, looking at our financials, looking at our projections for the future. That is how we spend money in our business so that we don't end up broke. Okay, so you need to have a budget. You need to have projections. You need to save for those low income months. And one thing I also see that most businesses don't do is they don't save to pay Uncle Sam. So I don't want you ending up at the end of the year and you don't have any savings set aside. And this savings should be at least 30% of your profit. So within this savings, you need several different numbers, right? You need a budget, so you know what you're looking at, what you're projected to spend. You need projections for the future. You need to know your financials. You need profit and loss numbers so that you'll know what your profit is. So you will know how much to save for Uncle Sam. Okay. And then the fifth mistake that I see very often is not paying attention to your finances. You're not tracking your income, not tracking expenses. And again, having that mentality of living from paycheck to paycheck with no plan for the future. Those things will end up making your business broke. Okay. And it's all about the cash flow, guys. So please, please, please get in the habit of tracking that income, tracking those expenses. And it doesn't have to be difficult. You don't have to purchase the software of QuickBooks. If you're one that QuickBooks, yeah, it'll help you. But if you know that you're not going to go into QuickBooks every month, if you're not going to take the time to set it up, then it's pointless. I'm not going to tell you to buy QuickBooks. That's silly, right? No, I'm here wanting you to make money. So I don't want you to spend money that's not going to help you. So maybe a spreadsheet is a better route for you. If that's the case, I have a spreadsheet you can use called the Calculated Tax Planner. It's your books simplified, everything right there, super, super simple. I've had many people use it. They love it. And they say it's not time consuming. You can do everything really quickly. And so maybe that's a better route for you. And if it is, let me know. I'll be glad to send you over the link for it. But in some capacity, I need you to pay attention to your finances. And that doesn't just mean the tracking. That means reviewing them, making sure you understand them. And if you've been tracking your finances, whether it be in the planner, whether it be in QuickBooks on your own, and you don't understand it, reach out to me. Okay. And just say, hey, I'm not ready to outsource my bookkeeping yet. I've been doing it on my own, but I really don't understand the numbers that I'm getting at the end of the month. Okay. Because that's important. I want you to understand how your profit and loss came about, how your income, how the income number was there, how things work within your business to come up with that profit or loss at the end of the month, how a budget works, how projections work. That is what I am here for. I'm here to help you, give you clarity around all things number related in your business. So reach out to me. That's what I'm here for. Okay. All right. So I'm going to do a really quick recap on the money mistakes. And again, if you have any questions, any comments, just pop them in the comment section. So the first one is the shiny object syndrome. So always wanting that new thing that's out. Number two is penny pinching. So you have the opposite, like you hold on to your money really tightly. You don't even spend on things that will help you in your business to save time, which in return makes more profit. Number 3 is falling for the sunk cost, right? So you've already invested so much time or you've already invested in so much money that you can't get rid of that particular item right now. And number 4 is not having any savings. And I mean savings for a rainy day. I am talking about savings to pay Uncle Sam as well. And then number 5 is not paying attention to your finances. So you're not tracking your income or your expenses, and you're really living paycheck to paycheck. So when you have a profit, you just spend it. You don't think about the consequences for the future. There's no plan of attack. Okay. So I hope these help you. I hope that you are able to really take control of your finances, not make these money mistakes in the future. And when you do, hopefully, if you are struck with shiny object syndrome, because a lot of us are, then maybe you can take some of these steps and think about it, like think through. One thing in business is you have to know what decisions you make quickly and what decisions you need to think about. And buying things in your business are one of those things that I want you to think about first. And it doesn't have to take days. You can sit there and go through the steps in your head. Do I really, really need this? Is it on sale? Is it going to give me a return on investment? Those are the things I want you to think about. And again, it's all about mindset. So something you'll have to work on time and time again for you to fix those things, because we're ingrained with money mindset from a very, very, very early age. Okay. And it carries on with you as you're an entrepreneur. So we have to reset things sometimes if our mindset's not really where it needs to be. So again, thank you again for joining me today. I'll be back again next week and with another training topic. So I hope you can join me next week. Drop me a comment. Let me know if this helped you, if any of this resonated with you, if you make any of these mistakes, drop them in the comment. I'd love to know. And if this resonates with you, that you want to share with someone else, feel free to share. Invite them in to the Calculated Profit Pursuit Facebook group. I would love to have them here as well. So have an awesome day, and I'll see you next week. Bye, guys.